Hello, welcome to Chair Gin and Cocktail Bar. Let's hear that story. Hello and welcome. Today we are at Chair Gin and Cocktail Bar. My name is Mario, working as a brand ambassador for William Grant & Son in Norway, and we are here today with Tomas Rogal. Thomas, would you like to say a few words about yourself, a little bit about Chair?
Yeah, sure. So, name's Tomas. Been known with Mario for quite some time now. Always pleasure. Mister?
Well, we did a lot of juniper business in the past, and we're going to
Juniper
continue.
business. I like
We're
that.
going to continue doing it.
I like that. So I'm the bar manager of Chair and a co-owner. Very happy to say that. And we are obviously in the Chair tonight, which is Norway's first actual gin-forward bar. So we have over 120 types of different gins of few different styles, and we are proud of us being the OG. Now we see in the market more and more similar concepts approaching and evolving, but us been established quite strong. So if you haven't been yet, please
Welcome.
visit us.
Soon you have your anniversary as well, celebrating.
Yes, we are hoping finally to make a big party for our 8-year opening anniversary.
In March.
That's going to be March, yes.
Save the date in March.
Save the
Gin party at the Chair.
Oh, it's going to be Juniper business.
Juniper business.
As busy as ever.
Talking about Juniper again and all the beautiful gins you have behind the bar. Would you like to make us a drink and have a sit to talk a little bit more about the history of Chair?
Absolutely.
What you gonna make us?
So, what Chair is really, obviously a gin bar. So we're going to make a nice gin-based drink. So whenever we make a menu, we always think about seasonal flavors. And this is a drink actually from current menu, which again, lockdowns and all these delays. It just so happens this is more a summery drink, but it's beautifully balanced. So I think it's gonna fit our occasion just fine. So we're gonna start with freshly squeezed lemon juice. And then we have some gooseberry syrup, which been made with celery and apple and thyme and a lot of love and a lot of care. Next thing in, right, beautiful Hendrix, which is not just any Hendrix. This is actually being infused as well with some botanicals and herbs.
Nice.
Some secrets been there.
Secrets behind there.
but-
You have to share those with Leslie Grace, our
Yeah.
distiller manager from Hendrix Gin.
Yeah, and just a little dash of egg whites. So basically, this is a very complex drink. So we add some egg white just to brighten up a little bit the drink. A little dry shake.
Texture for the beautiful
First shake in 3 months, by the way. There we go. That's some ice.
Besides the fact that he's a bar manager, he also works behind the bar. So yeah,
Hands on, everything.
hands on and everything. That's great.
Smells delicious. We'll grab a chilled glass. And we will double strain just to catch any ice particles that might be ruining the drink.
Look at that. Talking about occasions, I'll enjoy a drink like that on every occasion, breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
And obviously, for a little garnish, probably would be just fine without it. But here at Chair, we love recycle things. And like I said before, we're using fresh lime juice and we recycle leftover. So we peel limes and we dehydrate the skins and make a beautiful, very aromatic powder out of it. So here you go, a gooseberry from our current menu.
Awesome. Thank
Please
you
do
very
try.
much.
Please do try.
Let's go have a sit and discuss a little bit more about the gin history and the chair history. And we are back. Drinks being served. To see Thomas, you got yourself a nice, beautiful Negroni, an unusual Negroni, I'll assume. I got my drink, which is delicious as well. Would you like to tell us a little bit more about Chair Gin and Cocktail Bar, right?
Sure.
You started as a Chair Gin Bar with a limited amount of gins available at that time, 8 years ago, keep in mind, in March. And where you are at right now and where you're heading. And
Excellent question. So a little backstory. Very first time when I actually came to Chair, I came here as a customer because one of my bartenders, where I was bar manager in another place, told me that there is a really cool concept bar, little place in Grünerløkka, and I was like, oh, I have to check that out. So I came here with my friends one night. I think it was Sunday. It was quite empty at the time, and I just see a man working in the bar, and we just start talking, order some drinks. And we're like, wow, this is nice, very cozy, little place. I looked at the shelves. It was, there was a couple of bottles of, unseen before bottles of gin. That's cool. I was like, so what's the concept here? And he's like, well, we're a gin bar. We're like, gin bar? All right, well, good luck. And a couple of years later, I got the opportunity to be part of the staff and became a extra employee, working mostly Sundays and some Saturdays. And I just fell in love. I just fell in love with the place. The concept, the people, the
atmosphere.
The atmosphere, yeah, it's something else. That's why when I say, yes, we're a cocktail bar. Yes, we are gin-focused place. But I love to bring back the expression of gin joint. Not in any negative way from 1700s when you talk about gin craze. But the meaning of it is it's a social, almost like a social club where people come and socialize over a glass of a nice cocktail or wine or a beer. And that just excites because you never know when you come to work here what kind of crowd you're gonna get. One thing for sure, you're gonna get a fun crowd.
Yes.
So that's nice.
Well, like looking back to 5 to 6, 7 years ago, the availability of the gins at that time was limited in Norway, but also the gins which the gin producers were a little bit less than that. So now we are living in the second big gin craze era, as everyone knows, with all the passion and love about this juniper based flavored spirit. So now you mentioned 120, and there are probably even more you can purchase and buy, but you always try to keep rolling them and have some of the new ones available for your guests, because even as a regular guest, when I come in here, I do see a lot of people coming at the bar, and the first thing they ask is, hey, what's new?
Yeah.
Right? What's new? What do you have? Because it is a hard part which you have to put into the bar to make sure that you have the latest products available in your bar, and not only the knowledge part of the product you're selling or explaining to your guests.
No, absolutely. The thing is, very good point. Yes, when we started, we only had, no more maybe 20 bottles of gin, and most of them you could find any place you really go, like, not dropping names, but the usual suspects, let's call them, right? What's happening now, if you look back like 15 years, give or take ago, in Spain, the first kind of gin revolution, gin wave approach, different culture evolved there, and then other countries just kind of took over. So that was first part, absolutely agree. What's happening now, if you want to call it second wave, I would just say it's a continuous wave, right? So the newest trend is local production.
Yes.
And that's what we see a lot in Norway. What's happening a lot of here, locally. So instead of having on the shelf just internationals, more and more local producers come up with great recipes,
great products.
Great products, absolutely. And that's why if you come to Chair, we have actually two menus: one for the cocktails which are obviously gin forward,
Gin.
and the other one is completely just gin and tonics. So in this side, we always try to, like you said, surprise people, right? So I have local side and we have international side with a beautiful selection of tonics and nice garnishes. So whatever people, and we do have that a lot when people come, what's new? That's because over the last 8 years, we managed to create a unique clientele, almost very beautiful word in Norwegian called stamgjester, our regulars. And
and they're starving for information, and they're starving
they're
for
craving for more. And it's almost a game sometimes, because we have quite a few people here who comes almost every week. And I'm always like, oh guys, so last week I had this, was amazing. Do you have something similar or something new, something crazy, something unique? So, like I mentioned, we have around 120 types of bottles on the shelf, but I always have a couple hidden for those kind of occasions.
For the ones that are not on the shelf, and for the ones that really, before you get to reach those bottles under the shelf, still available at Chair, you need to become more of a regular guest and make sure you go through all the 120 first, and then you'll be able to try some of the other ones.
We should do a punch card, go through the lineup and then you get the prize.
A wall of flame, who tried all of the gins in the bar and the cocktails. Some of the bars actually have that in Bergen. What brought you into this cocktail world in the bar industry, where you've been working at Chair for over 5 years ish, or around that time, and then previously you've been working in different places and different countries as well. So, what was the first thing got you into this industry?
Actually, it wasn't my first choice, first career choice. It just so happened. By the time I was getting my degree in tourism management, so I was studying in a college, I had my first internship in Greece, in Crete Island. And there I was, when the students arrive, the system was the hotel manager decides where we need help, and the student is like a hot potato. For us, it was good because we need to learn everything.
Yeah, so they move you from different position into the hotel part.
Basically, it was like a huge hotel chain in Greece, and we had many different hotels all over the country. So we arrived in one, and they just look at your resume briefly. Okay, you speak these languages, looking good, alright. That's all.
Put you on the front desk in the reception.
Yeah. So okay, you pretty, you go to reception. You hard, you looking
hard
like
worker. You go to the bar.
You go to the bar. Yeah. So I end up at the bar, which, to be honest with you, I hated in the very beginning. But you had to get the setup was very different. It was a all-inclusive hotel, and the expectations and the work was quite different. And you have guys working there for like 20 plus years, and you just come for one summer. So staff didn't really look at you as of someone long term.
Umbrella cocktails.
Yeah. Oh my God. Tap tails with the spray. Tonic come from the carton and plastic boxes. What a time to live.
All the high quality stuff, but not all of them. But so you did that part, and you really loved it.
I really hated it. But life goes on, and I decided to give it another chance, because I had the chance to do second and third internship. So I did one actually as a receptionist. That was closer to my education. But then I had the choice, either choose bar again, like a F&B department, or do something else more related to the education I was chose to do. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it another try. So I went to the bar, and oh boy, what a different experience that was. So that day, or that summer, I learned manager that did the trick. He was an amazing guy, working in the industry for like 50 years. So he was there probably when the hotel opened till they closed. He'll still be there. So so I gave that a try, and then long story short, after my last internship, I came to Norway, and just been doing bartending ever since.
And going strong, and being part owner at Chair and
Oh.
bar manager, developing the gin selection in the bar and developing cocktail menus as well as
Yes, sir.
we see one of the signature house cocktails, the one you made for me. Where do you see this is going? We discussed in previous episodes as well that the cocktail trend, the culture. People they do come in for gin and tonic, but this is a place is open for everyone. People they can enjoy a glass of wine or a
Right.
beer or a shot or something else. But cocktails. I've seen a huge increase in cocktail demand for the bars, but also what I've noticed as well, many of the bars they step it up with their cocktail quality. Cocktail quality referring to the fact that having the classic, having the signature, and even doing the classics, do them correctly, do them right, always on the same quality, and also doing fresh, new seasonal cocktails and signature cocktails representing the venue, the concept. Previous time we were at Dr. Jekyll's pub, they were doing whiskey-based cocktails as their main cocktail signature menu. You're doing, of course, gin-based cocktails.
Sure.
And with a seasonal touch.
Sure. Well, the trend, again, you have to separate two very different subjects here. We talk globally and then you have locally. So it's a very big difference country to country what's trending, right? So Norway, definitely, gin is still on the rise, I would say. The interest in gin have never left us, and spoilers, we're actually opening a second chair end of this year. So the concept works, the product works, and it depends. Like, yeah, I saw the video, by the way. Hi, Natalie. Yes, different places, and I think this is a great idea, should be focusing on what they are actually good at. Meaning, it's good to please everybody, but
Yes.
it's just impossible.
No.
So for a customer, and we're living in Oslo, and it's so many new openings and well-known and established places already, being there for years. The key to success, as I see it, don't lose your mojo, in a sense. If you're a gin bar, work on that. If you're a whiskey bar, be the best bar when it comes to whiskey, you know?
If you do it, do it right.
Absolutely.
And don't give up as fast as well. I can you can probably agree with me. No? Don't give up as fast. You know, a concept bar, or focus style bar takes a little bit of time for people to be able to visit it, for people to get used to and talk about it as well. You know. Just by advertising on social media, and it's not going to make it what it is, and it's also the people. And as you mentioned, one of the biggest things you fall in love with this place when you first come in and start working. It's not just the products; it's also the people and the whole atmosphere which gets created in the venue.
Absolutely. And then just to add, like, the trends or the where things are going when it comes to nightlife. Well, obviously, last 3 years or third year of COVID definitely affected the industry big time. So
it also got to be more time to work on on some projects which which don't usually have time for that.
Absolutely, it's all nature don't like emptiness. It's always something appear to fill up the void. But before Corona, it was a big trend when it comes to recycling. Recycle, upcycle, reuse. So that was a big thing. And then at one point it was a very big thing with the coffee. So everybody was creating drinks with coffee. And then it was, fruits like pears or citrusy. Or then I kind of start feeling this a little bit of a trend of doing acids instead of fruit juices, So it's a lot of different techniques, always bartenders and places, venues looking how to surprise customer. But the goal never changes, to stand out. Yeah. So whatever you do,
you have to be different. You have to give an extra reason to the guests to come in on this door and not on the neighbors.
Some places are lucky enough to be, a destination to go, right? Because, location. If you have a great location and a good enough concept, you will succeed. but a lot of places which are not blessed with great location have to have a concept or something to offer, so your place, your venue would become a destination.
To work a bit harder to make things happen, and that makes it special.
It's never
an
easy.
Established venue, you know.
It's never easy.
That's one of the reasons you guys survived in the market for the past 8 years, and it's still going well. And as you mentioned as well, that there's a brand new spoiler alert, chair number 2 opening up soon. So that's a great thing. So seasonal menu we are having now. When we're expecting a new menu in the summer.
So idea with us is, well, we want to go as seasonal as possible. So the drink you have here was actually from a menu which was end of summer, more like for fall, and now we are going to start working on the spring and summer menu, which means lighter flavors, a bit different styles of liqueurs, different types of infusions, which I love to do here. So when it comes to gin, same thing. Now we are blessed to have so many different variations and styles of gin. So obviously summer is more of lighter flavors, a bit more fruity, like pink gin. This is the time in the year where you sell the most pink gin, while winter, definitely bigger increase in like slow gin, which is naturally a bit more heavier, more richer flavor.
But yeah, the distilleries or the producers, they do play with flavors and aromas a lot, and they will be able to give you the tools you need to create and to adapt to those new cocktails menus which are building right now. Another thing which I would like to discuss with you about is the fun part, or the most exciting part, or towards the end of our discussion. A great funny story to for our listeners, viewers, colleagues, co-workers, friends out there.
Mario, I knew you were gonna ask this, and I was thinking like one story. I could sit here and just tell endless stories. But okay, I'll just maybe share
a little one, and the next ones you'll find them when you're coming a chair and ask for a gin and tonic.
Storytelling a chair. No, like maybe not as a one single accident, but something that occurs here a lot, really. Like sometimes we still get that kind of crowd where people come in and they don't know where they where we came. And one of the most frequent questions we actually get from first timers who come here, and they come to the bar and they're like, I want a drink. Like, sure, sir, what would you like? And vodka Red Bull. They're like, sorry, we don't do that here. They're like, all right, fine, rum and coke. Sorry, we don't make that here. Not even being a cocky, but just trying to explain our concept. And that's like 9 out of 10 times following question would be, well, what do you have then? And we like, well, we are a gin bar, we have a lot of gin, and I don't like gin. Well, fine, we'll make you something else, something classic, you want some beer, some wine. So the point being is, a
lot of people step the door without knowing where they're going.
Yeah, but the point is, it's great. It's great, and we're never mad at people like this. We just try to, encourage people to try. Even whenever people say we don't or I don't like gin, what they really mean, they don't like the flavor of juniper, which is can be a bit subjective thing, and some gins are a bit more juniper forward. Reminds of grandpa's cabinet maybe. That's fair. That's fine. But the best feeling is when you see these these kind of people and you serve them like our house gin and tonic, which is quite unusual serve with the pomegranate and elderflower tonic. They have 1 or 2 or 3, and they just change. You just see in your face. They just change the mindset.
The whole mindset about the gin. Of course, gin might be a bit. Some people might be a bit skeptic, but if they get really well introduced into the gin world, I'm pretty sure that same as you say, you're always gonna have a success story to tell everyone about that. I think we're pretty much done for the day. I would like to thank you all for watching, and please comment or ask Tomas for more stories in the comments below. I want to say thank you very much for having us here. Continue with a great job, and then cheers for another successful Juniper business story.
Juniper business stories.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
Cheers, guys.